Welcome to my channel and welcome to a new video. The most viewed video on the channel is this one, with over 220,000 views where I give a solution to a laptop problem. But thanks to the great interaction from all of you and visitors to the channel, especially on this video, because of your questions and doubts, I decided to gather all the questions and doubts and turn them into one video and cover many more solutions and cover different problems we can have with our laptop or notebook. I want to clarify that maybe all these solutions I give you might not solve the problem you're in with your laptop. As we know, there are many problems and many solutions, but the idea is to try to narrow those solutions into one single video and try to help you, as I said, solve the problem you have with your machine. Also, I want to clarify that this works for all brands and for all models within those brands. All the possible problems I'm going to mention in this video can happen, even if you're using the device correctly or you used it correctly. For example, shutting it down properly from Windows, then unplugging it from the wall, going to do something, eat, go for a walk, or run an errand. And when you come back, the laptop already has this problem. And the important thing is that there is no single pattern to follow. You have to try these different solutions that I'm going to give you today depending on the issue you have before we begin. Of course, I recommend you keep up to date all your device drivers and the latest updated version of your operating system, whether it's Windows 10 or Windows 11. This is very important. I have a specific solution for each problem, but needless to say, I also recommend you try other solutions too, even if it doesn't seem like your case. Because in this video there might be another type of problem that you think has nothing to do with yours. Still try that solution because many times it works. These different solutions can be applied to different types of laptops, whether for home or for the office, regular laptops, workstations, or gaming laptops. With that said, let's roll the intro and start the video. Let's start with problem number 1. For example, it powers on, the fans spin, the keyboard lights up, and the power LED turns on, showing it's on, but you get no picture. For this, the first thing I recommend is that you connect the laptop. If it has an HDMI output, connect it to a TV or to an external monitor. This way we'll know whether we get video on that monitor or TV. If it works there, we know the graphics output is fine, and in that case the issue could be the LCD panel itself or possibly the ribbon cable, which is a very thin cable that goes from the motherboard to the laptop's LCD, and it can fail simply from opening and closing the lid. That sometimes gets messed up or it can shift out of place. For that, you'll have to take it apart, whether it's the ribbon cable. If it works with the external screen, I recommend you keep it connected. Go into Windows and update all graphics drivers and, very important, the BIOS. Another fairly common issue could be the RAM. For this, you'll have to open it depending on the brand and model. Each one opens. Some give easier access to the RAM, others are harder because it's under the motherboard. But that will depend on your laptop's brand and model, and what you'll do is very simple. Remove the memory sticks, whether you have 1, 2, 3, and clean the contacts with a normal white eraser. Yes, make sure it's white. And I also recommend cleaning the slots. Use a blower if you have one, or you can blow gently, use a brush or something, right? Because something can stay inside and that can cause a bad contact. So yes, it could be the RAM. And I'm giving you those 2 tips so you can try to identify whether the problem is the RAM, so you know that's what it is. Disconnect the battery and use it only with the charger. I'm going to show you the process of disconnecting the battery now in a quick clip that we're also going to see. Another issue that is often fixed by disconnecting the battery. And lastly, make sure we don't have any cable unplugged. For that, again, you'll have to open it. It's very rare for a cable to unplug just from movement when you're not moving it around a lot. This usually happens when we take it apart, replace a component, or simply open it to see what it looks like inside. That's when it usually happens. It has happened to me. I changed a component and forgot to reconnect a little cable, and it wouldn't power on or show an image. So there's another fix for you. Problem number 2, the most common. It won't turn on. And the button and it doesn't turn on. It's dead with the charger. Without the charger, I leave it off for 5 days. Nothing. Turn on. Alright, here are the possible solutions. First, I recommend holding the power button for 30 seconds, always with the charger unplugged. If it still won't turn on that way, then, in the case of the charger, check that it's working and then hold it again for 30 seconds. The power button. Many times, this simple step fixes the problem. Maybe for some reason the cable or the charger isn't working and you simply have a drained battery, so it's important to check, as I said, the charger and the charging cable. If you have another charger that supports that laptop, you can try it and you'll identify whether the charger is the issue or not. Another way to check is by plugging in the charger and making sure. In this case, there's an LED indicator showing the charger is working, but if this one doesn't turn on, then basically we have a battery problem. If the charger's LED doesn't work, obviously the charging won't light up either, and we'll identify that the problem is the charger. We can also check the memory by cleaning it, as I mentioned earlier. Another solution to this problem when it won't turn on is disconnecting the battery. You'll be seeing it on screen now. So, I'm doing an example with this G15 that I have here right next to me. This laptop is very simple, honestly. Disconnecting the battery on most laptops is easy. It's very easy. We simply remove the bottom cover and we'll see the connector that goes from the motherboard to the battery. With the cable, we simply unplug that cable, leave it for about 5 minutes, and if we want, we can press a couple of times the power button. Always with that cable disconnected. Then we reconnect the battery cable to the motherboard and turn the laptop on. If this fixes the problem, then you know your laptop, or rather the motherboard, has a residual power issue. If it only happens once and never happens again, you're fine. But if it happens multiple times, then I'd tell you to start thinking about contacting support or talking to someone to replace the motherboard, or just replacing the laptop altogether. For example, this residual power issue happens with these models, the G15 models from earlier. The newer ones don't have this problem anymore. If you have one of these models, or maybe another laptop from a different brand and a different model, this solution can help you a lot. Also, different key combinations, for example, when turning it on, before pressing the power button you might need to do, I don't know, for example, a key combination like Windows plus Alt plus the power button. This never worked for me, I'm being honest, but I'm mentioning it just in case. Maybe it works for you, but it has never worked for me, that key combination. Also, each brand has its own key combinations, so I recommend going to the official website or an official forum, or directly the manual for your laptop to see what the different key combinations are. The third most common problem is that you're using it and suddenly it shuts off. After a while, you turn it back on, use it for a bit, everything seems normal, you think everything is fine, it's off again. For this type of problem, the first thing we have to do is try to identify where that problem is coming from. And for that, I'll give you a few ideas. The first thing you have to think is, what am I doing when it shuts off? Am I gaming? Am I watching a movie? Am I using Excel? Am I rendering, etc.? It's very important that you know, or at least try to know, what you're doing when the laptop shuts down. The first thing we have to check is temperatures, CPU, GPU, RAM, etc. You can do this with different kinds of software, which I'll link up here in the cards. I'll leave you a video where I talk about the best software to measure temperatures, among other things. Another issue could be some malicious software running in the background. You can see this in Task Manager. Make sure there isn't any process running or any program you don't recognize. It's also good to verify in Task Manager whether some strange program is running. It's also good to run tests on the laptop, such as drive tests, RAM tests, GPU/graphics tests, with different benchmark or stress test tools available online. Although most laptops now have built-in BIOS diagnostics, they include test software that checks all the fans, CPU, GPU, RAM, drives, absolutely everything. And also, as with the other issues, update the BIOS. Stop for a second here. It's extremely important that you update it from the manufacturer's official website. Don't update it with third-party software from third-party sites. Don't do it because you can corrupt the BIOS and you're done. The laptop won't work anymore. You may get a glitch where you just see HP, Lenovo, but don't download or install anything that isn't on the manufacturer's official site. And a very frequent question people asked me on that video I mentioned at the beginning is, if I open it, will it remain valid even if I open it? Look, I'm going to tell you my experience with Dell Premium Warranty. Even though I'm certified to open and service devices from other brands, I know Dell usually doesn't make it an issue if you open the laptop, as long as you have the premium warranty, the most expensive one. The one that covers you if you drop it by accident and everything breaks. They replace it even if you spill water on it. In many cases, they give you a new one. But even so, I recommend you don't open it as long as you still have warranty. If you don't have warranty, you may have no choice but to open it. But if you do have warranty, contact the seller or the company where you bought it and wait for the technician to check it. I can't tell you to open it because they won't say anything, because they might notice and void your, and then it would be my fault. Again, I do it because I can, because I'm authorized. Or you're not a technician or you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Wait for them to send a technician and they'll deal with the problem. Alright friends, that's it for today's video. If there was any problem I didn't include in the video, please leave it in the comments section, because probably in about a year or so I'll update this video with different new problems and solutions that can come up with laptops. And needless to say, if it helped you, then of course the most important thing for me, if you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so it notifies you when I upload new content, of course, and what I always ask is that you share it on all your social networks so more people can get to know me and we can build a community that's much bigger. Thank you so much for being there. Merry Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.